we'll talk about Tumblr and Gifs. So like basically Tumblr, that's the reason like everybody loves Gifs now, because it was like the perfect time, right? Like everybody's like internet got fast and everybody got like mobile phones and like all these OSs and browsers, but all of them accepted GIFs. And then Tumblr comes along and it's like there's that whole GIF community of like now there's GIF artists on there that are actually making this stuff. So everybody just comes together and just like help push this up into a nice little level. But then there's like from a user's point of view too, like GIFs could be like, don't think of them as just like a one piece, picture hanging on a wall. Like think of them like sometimes they work better as like wallpaper. So like using them and like editorial, like this piece we did, we took like a little road trip to Austin. So we paired up with Daily Dot, and each article, we stopped along the way and made GIFs, and we shot sequential GIFs along like with our writer, and we wrote about each piece, and like so like the GIFs played into the whole writing, so it all worked as one. GIFs work well with like how-tos, because this is like kind of a silly one, how to fight a bear, but it's great to show people, and like if you're watching a video, that viewer would have to like scrub back and forth, but like a how-to, like it's already there, like how to tie a bow tie, like, oh, I get it now. Like you can, it's always there, so you don't have to worry about your viewer going back and scrub-a-dubbing. Yeah, we did like another like editorial thing. We used to do like these GIF trips thing. We'd go to like concerts and shoot with our little Fuji camera. It was super fun, like super engaging, I guess. And then, a lot of people work in retail and stuff like that, and like pretty much like everywhere, everybody has a screen on them, and there's screens everywhere. So like, why aren't like GIFs more prevalent? That's the question I'm wondering. Like you go into a store and you'll see like a Fuji TV, right? And it'll have like a static lady holding a shoe. It's like why isn't that a GIF? Like you can have that lady spinning it on her finger and it would be 10 times more interesting to look at. So like these are just some product shots that we've done with like our clothing brands that like show like more uses of the clothing and also gives it like more of a theme, like a story behind it. So like don't always think of like your foreground, think of the background too, because that tells the story, and that's pretty much what a GIF is. It's like a little movie. And then so like here are some more examples of like graphics that we've done that help accentuate pretty much the design comes down to. Yeah, Action Bronson, what up? All right. And then also, like a lot of people like to do live events. This is stuff that we've done with like Comic-Con. So like live events, like everybody's got a hard-on for like those GIF booths, right? Every party, you gotta have a GIF booth and stuff like that. But like sometimes you don't have to do that. You could just make it yourself on the fly, and it becomes like you have more interaction with the people that you're trying to shoot. So we did Comic-Con, which was kind of cool. Like you just get like that movement. The hard part about that is like you have to be on the fly, and you have to almost have a tripod, because like when you shoot from the hip kind of thing, everything gets jacky. So like Fashion Week, we did. It's like we shot with stereoscopic because you didn't have a lot of time to kind of sit on it. So then like I guess like GIF campaigns is where really like a lot of people I think have trouble wrapping their head around, because like a lot of times people just want one GIF, and like you almost have to think about like how everything works together. Like even if it's not a GIF, like how does like your typography affect the GIFs and the images that go with it. So this is some stuff we shot couple weeks ago, right?
It was like 2 months ago, dude.
Yeah. Time flies. Yeah, so that was like a lot of it's in post too, because it's like treat GIFs as like almost like jazz music. Like you have to like shoot it and you work with it, and then like you see what you got. What do you have to work with? And like so that one we had him actually like throwing it up and catching it, and it just looked kind of weird, right? So it was just like so super janky.
We rented these slow motion cameras too, and it turned out we didn't really need them. Didn't work out.
Yeah, it was like a waste of money. Yes. So know what you're shooting too. It's always good to have a good photographer. We're pretty terrible when it comes to stuff like that.
So how did you shoot the
Yeah, so we actually shot him throwing it up because we didn't really even know what shot we wanted. We just knew we wanted something with the
We
shoe.
knew we had a
and
slow
movement.
motion camera.
Yeah, we were like, we rented this damn thing. Let's use this.
throwing it up in the air?
Yeah, and catching it. So then we went through like all that footage and we found it and we chopped it up and we just we're like, this might be cool. It's like almost like this could almost work as a series too, right? And you could see somebody making their own like single-use tumbler. Remember when single-use tumblers were like the shit? Like, I'm gonna make a single-use tumbler about single-use tumblers. But no, that was all Photoshop actually. So like we brought it in with video and then chopped it up, and then like. Also, it's like not every GIF has to look exactly the same. Like it's almost more interesting when you engage people with the movement than like different backgrounds and stuff like that. So like with this one, like we did stop motion, but then we also paired it up with like a video of somebody running. And then you want to scroll up? And then we did like the scroll up. And then we did like messing with like the focus and stuff like that. So it kind of draws your eye into like what to focus on. You play with like how can you lead somebody's hand without leading them too much. And then the spinning shoe, which is kind of like your eye automatically. It's like we're human beings are like animals, right? So basically we're geared to just look at whatever's moving. So, and which also is good and bad, right? So like if everything's moving on the page, then sometimes that's why like cinemagraphs kind of blew everybody's mind, because they were like, whoa, a GIF that's not cheesy and ridiculous, the colors flashing in my face. It's like, it's interesting. It's like different. And then, so here's another example of like a little story we like to tell with GIFs. So like each GIF is kind of like a Tetris block fitting together. This is our buddy Gorberger. We just partied with him in like the motorhome, and we got to hang out with this 6-foot-tall monster. But it like each one of these stereoscopic GIFs kind of like, though the movement's the same, they each have a different story to tell. So he likes popcorn, and he parties a little too hard, right? And he gets a little sick, and then he makes his friends eat it. And then, so let's move on to Disney. So then, like, also, like, sometimes the client is, like, key. Like, being a client and working with artists is, like, key, because you want to get the best product. But sometimes, like, if somebody was, like, asking us to storyboard each shot out so they can bring it to their approval for their boss and their boss's boss, like, a lot of these Disney stuff wouldn't work because it's like jazz music. So we literally just went to the park and just shot stuff like off the cuff. We had like a heavy ass tripod and just walked around, and they were literally like, just do your thing, we don't care. And I think the work came out almost better than if we had to like sketch out each idea and send it to them. And like these were all I guess sequential GIFs, I guess, if you want to talk about that. And then this is like how Mr. GIF started. We started making a GIF comic. We wanted each frame to be like engaging. I don't know if you guys read Akira, but that shit's crazy. So like each frame is like so insane. We just thought, how cool would it be if it was moving? So we started with this comic, and that's like what gave us the idea to like, what if we made a comic with Gorberger and told the story? So like, if you guys are making like a Tumblr, like think of like how your posts touch each other in some way, and like keep that branding theme, because we're all, ad people, right? We're all trying to sell something. Like let your work, because like one of those will pop off, but then like another one of them like further down the road might not so much. But if they see it again, you get that rule of two. You tap people twice, and they'll remember it better.